Hey guys, how it going? This is ZR Spark. I'm here today with another shipbuilding guide. Today I am here with the Krait Mark II, and not the normal Krait Mark II. I'm actually here with my Stealth Krait. It's actually one of the old ships that I own, and I figured it might be best that I kind of just, not keep the ship a secret or not show what it is, and just kind of tell you guys what it is and see if you guys might like it. I've used this ship for many PvP fights, many operations, and many other tasks. I personally love it. This is my favorite stealth ship. I do have a Phantom, which I will be doing after this one. And the information basically on this will transfer over to the Phantom, and over the Phantom will transfer to this. So, now, as you know, I am from Lavini's Legion. Lavini's Legion is probably most famous for the Khan, and he actually helped me build this ship. I got a lot of the Khan's ideas from him, and overall I learned a lot from him. Plus I also added a lot of stuff of my own personal mix that I think helps a lot. So let's go over it, guys. First of all, this ship has a lot of different weapons, and it is kind of a handful to balance it all, but it is doable. For my hard points, I do have two torpedo racks. Thank God FDev gave us large torpedo racks, or a lot of this would be a waste, and probably not even possible, to be honest, guys. Those large torpedo racks make a big difference when it comes to being able to take down shields, but there's kind of different ways you can go about using the torpedoes. You can either use lightweight or sturdy mount, but you will need reverb cascade basically on strike with these torpedoes on a shield. It will damage the shield generator through the shields. Depending on what the shield generator is, depending on how many torps you need to hit, as I said, it varies. Most of the time you'll need 4, sometimes you only need 2, it just depends. But yeah. For the Seeker, by the way, both of these torpedo pylons have sturdy mount 5 with reverb cascade. If you're wondering why I went with that one, is because the thermal reduction that it gives helps out a lot. I mean, they already have great piercing value, so it's really not that problematic. But also, just in case someone does snipe them off, as this does not run shields, I do have a little bit extra integrity, but also just for really that thermal load, because these things fire, like, when you fire them, your ship heat spikes hard, so it is what it is. But yeah. But also for the other large I have on here is a 3A Seeker missile rack to take down weapons, thrusters, and other modules. I personally run, I'm pretty sure, sturdy mount 5 with drag drives. It's to help slow them down and get them caught in turn, so maybe those torpedo pylons will get them messed up, or at least catch up to them and hit them. The sturdy mount 5 is also for the thermal reduction plus the armor piercing value. With the default value of 60, it's really hard to pierce any form of armor, but with it being up to 96, it can pierce just about anything. So not really too big of a problem, not to mention the added integrity so it doesn't get sniped off is nice. Your experimental can vary. I just personally use drag drive, but you also could use probably rapid or lightweight. I personally would recommend sturdy though, but that is just me. Now, I also run a mine launcher. Sometimes you could run a flechette, but I would say if you're not running all flechettes, just run basically this kind of setup. But I do have high capacity 4 with reverb cascade. I'm not sure if any of the other mine launcher mods actually help with damage, but this personally helps with the fire rate. Plus also gives me a crap ton of ammo, and also the mines help damage the shield, just like the torpedoes. In case you miss with the torpedoes, you still have mines, which these things are actually fairly good. I actually should practice with them a little bit more, but I have had them work, and they are a very nuisance for other people to fly around. They will make them fly evasive and fly around you and them, but if you can bomb around them, it's actually pretty cool. But That's what I use. But yeah. Now once you get the shields down, then you can start doing some serious damage on their modules, and using a long range 5 super penetrator railgun. You can either aim for the thrusters, the power plant, the FSD, whatever you need to lock them down and basically have your field day with them. For my utility mounts, it's actually pretty simple. I got a kill warrant scanner to scan them in any other system if I want to see if they're wanted. I usually hunt Federation players or people we're at war with. I also have an OE frame shift weight scanner to scan them if they decide to highway, so I can chase them down. As you guys can tell, I have a good jump range, so I chase down people a lot, especially big ships that I've dealt with. I also run 2 heat sinks with ammo mod 1, which basically bumps me up to a 3, so I have 8 heat sinks in total. Pretty good in my opinion. For my core internals, I am running reactive surface composite with lightweight armor 5s, deep plating, so I have that speed to catch up to those faster ships like FDLs and other crates and whatnot, so I don't slack behind. This is no lightweights. I also did undersized power plant. I do run low emissions 5 with thermal spread. This keeps the temperature of the ship very low, and it helps sustain running or stay at very low temperature for a very long amount of time. So that's what I use. If you're not comfortable with a 6A power point, you can bump up to a 7A and it does work just fine. You might just be a little slower, but that's a-okay. For my thrusters, I run Dirty Drive Tuning 5 with drag drives. As I said, this gives the ship plenty of speed and lots of maneuverability. As you guys can see, not bad. The frame shift drive is increased FSD with Mass Manager. Luckily, I don't have to turn off the FSD for this, so I actually can get jump range out of it, so I can chase down other people in their ships if they decide to highway, or if I need to get to an operation as fast as possible. It does make a little bit extra heat, but it's not bad. I also run a 4D life support with a miscellaneous lightweight 4, just to help cut down on the weight, also up the speed. I run a 4A power distributor. What you want to do, guys, is that you're going to basically need no systems for this ship, so just run 4 pips to engines, have all the maneuverability you want, and you can still perma boost. Maybe just give it a hair before you hit that boost button, and just run 2 pips to weapons, and you'll never run out of energy in your distributor. I have found this out, but my power distributor runs engine focus 4 with flow control. Basically, I did this to save on weight, power, and also the less power you pull, the less heat you'll make. So that's why I did it this way. Also the reason why I ran flow control, so less power being drawn, less heat. So yeah. I do run a 6D sensor with long range 5. The reason why I did this is because I wanted the combination of lightweight plus being able to see long range, and this still has a very good amount of range in my opinion. I can still see targets that can't even see me, and I think that's great. If you want, you can run a 6A. I just run the D also because, as I said, less power, less heat. So yeah. I also run a 32-ton fuel tank. I would recommend it because you can still get a lot of jump range out of it, but it is up to you guys. Optional internal, I run a 6D fighter hangar to have those extra fighters to help with DPS, deal with shields, deal with other fighters and whatnot in the instance, because fighters will ignore silent running, so sometimes getting rid of those pests is nice. Sadly, I kind of have to just put hull reinforcement in the last D slot, but it is what it is. I run a 5D hull reinforcement packages. I actually run 3 of them, which all have heavy duty 5 deep plating, and then I run a 4D module or a hull reinforcement package with heavy duty 5 deep plating, and a thermal resistant hull reinforcement 5 with deep plating to basically counteract the reactive armor, and I have another heavy duty 5 deep plating. So it has pretty good integrity. I do have one 2D module reinforcement package. You can opt that out, or you can put another 3D module reinforcement packages if you want extra module reinforcement, but it's up to you. I wouldn't recommend the Guardian ones unless you really want to. As I said, more power draw, more heat. So it kind of comes up to you. I have a 1A frame shift interdictor with long range FSD 3. I actually don't remember how I get the 3. For some reason my other ships only have 1. I don't know how I managed to get 3 on this, but it is what it is. But overall, guys, that is my stealth crate, and it is one of my probably one of my most favorite crates in my fleet. I've learned a lot of flying from it, and it's taught me a lot of things. This is not a perfect ship. It is very counterable, emissive, super pinner, railguns, a lot of things without shields is very counter reactive. You can also fit PAs on this with efficiency too if you want to run that kind of play style. I know a lot of FAS players will do that too. Just really depends on what kind of setup. This thing has potential for a lot of different setups, and I kind of don't take it for granted to try them, but at the same time I'm very hesitant because I've seen how they've done. But overall, I am very pleased with this, and it is a very good ship and a very good build. But if you guys did enjoy this, please leave a like and subscribe. It does help the channel. It helps keep future content. And until then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all.